Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with a really powerful message for us today. Hopefully we'll get a lot of you on right off the bat, and some of you will watch it later, but know that this is a powerful message of hope. It's the Earth Magic deck, which we've had recently. So let's all just kind of settle in, take some deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. I'll give it a little time here for some of the regulars to pop on, our practical rebels. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And of course, just as I said that, the first person pops on. There's two people here. Welcome, welcome. Ruth Ann, good morning. Good morning. Glad you are here. So, powerful card today. Looking forward to sharing it with all of you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good morning, Joe Neal. Glad you're here. Welcome. We did another Common Ground conversation yesterday where we were talking about our work. So look for that to be forthcoming. And a whole bunch of you just went past. Carolyn and I think Gwen, and I'm not sure who else I missed, but hello to everybody. Glad you are here. Thank you for the sunshine. I appreciate it. Today we're supposed to get up to a rollicking 40 degrees. So I put on my Ireland sweater. I'm tired of being cold. I don't know why I was cold yesterday. Usually I bear the cold much better than the heat. Good morning, Abigail. But yesterday was one of those days where I just felt chilly all day. So breathing in, breathing out. Feels like some tapping would be good. Good morning, Barb. Think I need the reset spot today. Pick whatever spots work for you. I'm just feeling the need for a little bit of a reset today. I have a lunch date I'm looking forward to with a friend from high school and a dinner date tonight with a newer friend. So today's going to be a very social day, which I like social days. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, today's card may feel like it's out of sync with our world right now, but really it is not. View this card as an answer to our questions, an answer to our current situation. And I'm already seeing some of your names rolling 3 times. So good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Husband surgery went well. Good, good, good. Glad to hear it. We'll keep sending good energy for fast healing and yes, all the things, all the things. Even return to a better 80 degrees, a better form of functioning than where he was at before the back got fixed. So yeah, and we have to look at back. What does back tell us? Back is support. Are we feeling supported in life? And different sections of the back, according to Louise Hay, mean different things. In fact, let me just grab the book. For those of you who don't have it, let me just grab the book. Where is it? Hiding here somewhere. There it is. And I want you to think about which area of your back tends to give you the most difficulty. Are you a neck person? Are you a mid-back? Are you lower back? Where do you tend to have trouble? So let me give you Louise's definition of back issues. Represents the support of life. Lower back, fear of money, lack of financial support. Mid-back, guilt, stuck in all that stuff back there. Get off my back. Upper back, lack of emotional support. Feeling unloved, holding back love. And then she has a prescriptive statement for each of those as well. But if that chimed for you, you might want to get that little book. It's an awesome little book. It's called Heal Your Body. And she also has You Can Heal Your Life, which is much more in-depth, but of a similar vein. So card deck today, Earth Magic. And we actually have the card that's on the cover. So let's take a peek at that. And again, timing, it may seem like it's totally off, but I think this is about hope, building a sustained hope, because we're moving into the season of darkness. We're moving into the season of quiet and stillness and fallow time and going within. And then what will come is spring equinox, rebirth. Rebirth. So breathe into that. There are patterns and cycles here upon which we can count. So let's see what it has to tell us. First, it does the explanatory stuff, and then it speaks directly to us, as always. The spring equinox, also called the vernal equinox, occurs on March 20th or 21st in the northern hemisphere, and September 20th or 21st in the southern hemisphere. This is the point when the sun crosses the plane of the equator, and day and night are the same length across the planet. Earth Mother is pregnant and is birthing once again. Crops can once again be planted. This card features a rendition of Ostara, sometimes called Oster or Easter, a Germanic goddess of spring. There she is. Look at those eyes. Oof, they're talking to us. Ostara is also a northern European name for Astarte, which means womb, and is another name for Venus, the goddess of love, passion, and creativity. The Christian holiday of Easter stems from this goddess. And in this card, we see some archetypal symbols of the spring equinox that represent the rebirth of the world. So I'll lift it up so you can see those. Rabbits, eggs, and flowers, all harboring spring in their DNA. It is indeed a time for renewal, a time for renewal. So here's where it's speaking directly to us. You thought this passage you have been through would never end. Just as certain that the light of the world fades every few months, it makes its return and the earth rejoices. The fresh breath of spring sweeps away the cobwebs acquired from the absence of the light, the season we're about to move into, winter. The light is now obviously increasing as nature begins to emerge in all of her many forms, shapes, and colors that remind us of the continual cycles of Earth Mother. This cycle of rebirth you are experiencing follows a considerably challenging time. Ding, 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 ding. Any tears you may have shed have cleared the way for what has been gestating, which is now ripe and ready to emerge. This is about some patience. This is about allowing the space and the time for the new to formulate and then be birthed and come forth. Let's see here. That which no longer serves you needs to be put to rest so that a freshness and newness of spirit can make itself known to you. So right now, if you find, good morning, Beth, welcome. If you find yourself bogged down in lamenting how terrible, horrible, awful things are, you need to let that go. You need to blow that out with the breath, making room for this new to come in. If you spend all your time looking at the doors that are closed, you're never going to see the doors that are opening. If you spend all your time lamenting what isn't working, you're not going to be paying attention to what's beginning to work. Just saying. Sometimes birth can be painful, no kidding, particularly in that passage just before delivery. Yet what emerges can be fresh and beautiful. Be with the emergence of this next cycle with faith and grace. There's that word, faith. We can throw trust in there too. And grace. And grace. So we know this from birth. Those of us who have given birth. Those of us who have observed giving birth. If you fight it, you make it infinitely more difficult and you delay the process. When you breathe into it, anybody for Lamaze? When you go with it, when you work with it, it goes more smoothly. Does it mean it's pain-free? No, absolutely not. Does it mean you manage that pain better? Absolutely. Absolutely. And what's the end result? What's the end result? So as we get to that point, so right now we're going to go through that period of darkness, of quiet, of going within, of listening to the intuition, of hopefully preparing to heed the guidance. And then when we come into this spring equinox phase, the rebirth phase, we are ready. That's a good word. We are ready. So right now we are preparing, and in the spring we will move into that readiness. That readiness. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on this card. I'd love to have you spend some time today breathing into that rebirth, letting go of what no longer serves you, even if it hasn't physically moved out of your realm yet. You're setting that intention. Remember, on the ether side of things, things can happen instantaneously. On the physical side of things, we're denser energy. It may take a little while for the physical plane to catch up with the changes that are already afoot in the ether plane. So, be heartened, stay the course, keep stepping forward in faith, keep casting off what no longer serves, withdrawing your energy from anything that does not serve you. Put your energy toward what does serve you. Begin to paint the picture in your mind of what you'd like to see come into existence. It's all there, waiting. What are we going to call forth? What are we going to call forth? So, on that note, have an awesome Tuesday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are, including going through this period of darkness and silence to step into the light. Bye-bye.